Hey everyone, it's Crystal, and I'm here with your weekend reading for March 21st and the 22nd. In this reading, I will be picking up on the overall vibe of the weekend, okay? So we will start with Saturday, and then, of course, we will move on to Sunday. All right, so let's see, March 21st, and this reading is for every and anyone who is finding themselves stumbling upon this video. These videos are to help you just know what the energy is all about, so you know what you should focus on, what you should put on the back burner, that type of thing. So overall energy or vibe for Saturday. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords in reverse as the blessing. So we'll talk about that. We have as the, let's see, this one, hold on, let me not get myself confused. Overall energy, or what we can expect and what is the blessing, okay? So the first card out being the overall vibe, the Two of Wands. This is actually a really, really positive card. The Two of Wands talks about a spiritual alignment. So you might just feel, especially when you wake up, oh my gosh, something in me has shifted. Something feels better. Something feels okay. Something, you could even run into someone who you really make a very profound relationship with. The Two of Wands is like a gateway. Like imagine yourself in a creepy movie, right? Or you're going through something and it just sucks. And then all of a sudden, it's like this doorway that's like glowing, like, and it's like, come on through. We're going to save you. Your angels have come. And it's like, oh my gosh, thank you. Because I was really about to, that's the vibe of the Two of Wands. It's that aha moment. Now, we don't know the rest of the story, right? But at least we know that's a good portion of it. That's a good positive moment within that story. And so with the Two of Wands being present, and it's normally shown as a man holding the world in his hands. And I can't help but for it to remind me of something I was thinking about. A lot of us are convinced and feel like we are just ants in this life. We have no control. Some of us really don't. A lot of us do believe in the power of democracy and voting and things like that. But a lot of people really feel that their voices are not heard and they don't really trust the powers that be and whatnot. And they almost get into this mentality, and I'm not judging either way, but I'm just doing an observation that they don't have a say. They don't matter. Whether you agree or disagree, I think we can all agree that some people do feel that way, that they cannot control this life. It's just, it happens to us, especially when it comes to things above us. But I do feel on a spiritual level that the world, the powers that be, they need our approval. They need our energy. If not, why would it be so much manipulation behind a lot of things that are done? So regardless of what position you stand on, be encouraged in knowing that you do have a voice. You do have a say today. You will feel empowered within your own life, and you'll realize how much of a blessing you are to this earth and how much you do make a difference. And that even if you feel that things are out of control, whether it's within your relationship or within the world, you have a say and you can change at any point your perspective, which will ultimately change your reality. Okay. So that's the message with the Two of Wands. Now, what you can expect being the Three of Swords in reverse, this is coming out of that hurt. This is coming out of, I don't have to stay in this abusive relationship anymore, or I don't have to be talked down to anymore, or feel insecure within this partnership, or I don't have to continue to be friends with you. The Three of Swords in reverse is a card of healing. So if anyone out there also has been sick, or just going through any type of heartbreaking situations, you find your power today by the healing process that is guaranteed today. Now, yes, can it bring up emotional wounds with the Three of Swords? Yes. But the power in this day is that you know how to deal with this now. You're now in a position in your life to where you know how to heal. You know how to step back from situations and not allow it to completely consume you. So this is really good. Now the Page of Swords in reverse. When I get this little tricky guy in reading, I'm always like, oh God. Wait, can it focus? There we go. I'm like, oh gosh, who's cheating? Who's cheating? Who's doing something they shouldn't be doing? Who's lying? Page of Swords has a habit of speaking before they have all the facts in reverse. The Page of Swords in reverse can be false information that you're told. It can be, what do you call it? Like instigating a situation, gossip. It's not even true. You have to be careful and really, really trust your heart and trust your divine alignment. That the people who come into my life today are meant to show me the bigger picture, are meant to show me the truth in some way. And that truth might be that you can't trust some people in your life, in your friend group. Or on a global scale, this can be a lot of fake news, a lot of false things being put out today that are not true. So I would definitely fact check, whether it's fact checking your relationship, fact checking the media. Just make sure you do that. And with the Page of Swords in reverse, make sure you're not playing this position of provoking fear into a situation or anxiety or stress or insecurity within a person by saying mean words. You never know. You think it's just a joke, or you think it's just something, oh, it wasn't that serious, but it was very serious to that person. And no, we can't keep account of everybody's triggers and everybody's wounds, but we can do our best to be as kind as possible and treat others the way we want to be treated, especially on a day like Saturday. So, best thing going is the Two of Wands. Walk into whatever this divine moment is, because it'll be beautiful, whether it's finally meeting that friend who just gets you. You don't have to explain, which are the best relationships. A partner who's able to finish your sentences. But don't lie to yourself, especially for those of you in a relationship trying to convince yourself that something is going to change and it hasn't. All right. Now let's look into Sunday. What is the overall vibe for Sunday, the 22nd? What is the overall vibe? Page of Cups in reverse. What can we expect Sunday? And what is the blessing? Oh my gosh, y'all, this is hilarious. The Page of Swords again just flew out the deck. So I think we could all do well by reading the Page of Swords and what it means. It's not a horrible card, and it flew out the deck, so I don't know if it was upright or reversed, but maybe it is that it flew out because it turned around. And I did turn it up right side up, so maybe it does need to be this way. Okay, so Saturday, it was more of the false words, false thoughts, false communication, false articles, lying to yourself, trying to lie to other people when it comes to what is said and how it makes you think. Then all of a sudden Sunday, it turns into this emotional lower vibration, and I'll explain what it means. So the Page of Cups in reverse is an immature water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So all my water people, or people who have a lot of water in your chart, you do want to be cautious of your emotions on Sunday. Because when the Page of Cups is in reverse, it can be a temper tantrum. It can be lying to someone because you emotionally want that support or that love, or being lied to just to get talked out of your, you know what, to be intimate with someone. Like the Page of Cups in reverse plays on the emotions, right? The Page of Swords plays on the mind. Now, both are very, very important, as we know, but they give you a different feeling. So be careful when it comes to, I love you so much, baby. This is everything that I've ever wanted. Just make sure that they've had the stability to back it up. All right. And we'll talk about why that stability is so important, because the Page of Cups in reverse thinks they understand their love and their emotions and how they express it, but they still have so much more to learn. And so they end up sometimes even lying and not meaning to tell a lie out of just talking out of emotion. It's like in the moment of passion, you say, I love you. And it's like, you don't, hold on, wait, we don't love each other. You know, this is just a one night stand. The Page of Swords in reverse can do things like that. So yes, please trust your intuition. And the way that you can do this a little bit better is by staying grounded and using this energy of the Hierophant. Okay. And the Hierophant is the powers that be. You might see a change in your credit score, your credit limit. The Hierophant is all the things that are conventional and long standing, from the Pope to school. It's grounded, it's Taurus. Okay. So it's all about the earth. Now, as we know, with the Hierophant being this, the powers that be, or the strong, solid thing that we can't get around. You can't get a house unless you get your credit ran, or unless you make a certain amount of money that is tangible. I can see this and know that this is what is actually going on in your financial life. You can't get around that unless you're the Hierophant, unless you're in this place of power of, I don't need anybody's approval because I'll buy my own house or build my own house, or maybe someone gave me a house. But most of us are faced with this energy quite often. Now, the good thing about it, today would actually be a good, I don't know about going to church for you church going people. I don't know about that, but the Hierophant I would have said today would be a good day to like do something religious. And maybe with everything being shut down, you can't actually go to church, but maybe you can make your own little church ceremony at home. Like maybe you can spruce things up and turn on the music, whether that's positive vibrational frequency or whether that's literally like church music if you're that type of person. But the Hierophant talks about structure and consistency. So I think a lot of us will be going over our life and how many, like, are we actually being responsible individuals? The Hierophant makes you want to more so do things by the book on a day like this. It doesn't make you want to be wild and crazy. It actually helps give you the stability that you need. All right. Because with the Page of Cups in reverse, we'll need it. This is the hurt little child thinking that their leg is going to fall off because they scraped it. And this is that dad, like, you're going to be okay. Breathe, ground yourself, move forward. All right. And the Page of Swords is back again. A lot of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So we might be feeling a lot of the post Mercury retrograde that has still been kind of dwindling on. You might get some of that today. But I think the Page of Swords flipping out the deck like that is more so speaking about that communication should be a bit better today on Sunday. You should be able to speak and let your messages be heard clearly. If some of you all were waiting on a message, this is the weekend you will probably be getting it, or look forward to Monday, some type of message. I would say between like now and mid next week, because the page normally moves pretty quickly. Whatever documents, paperwork, especially tax stuff, anything like that, marriage certificates, divorce paperwork, those types of things should be really moving along this weekend, and Sunday would be a great day to organize and get those things done. So that's really what I feel for the weekend vibe. I hope this helped in some way. If you ever need to get a reading with me, you can do so by emailing me at crystalneath@gmail.com. Have a good one, and I will see you Monday.